Pomona, and I am now a teammate of Nick on Performance Elite.
He's been on the pod.
And we have Peter here.
And we got Peter the boy. So we are actually in Santa Cruz right now. We just ran wharf to wharf. I think as a collective we killed it.
We did.
Yeah, as a collective we definitely killed it. How was your guys? Is this your first time?
I ran last year, but this is my first. So I ran Wharf last year, but this was my first time racing it, and I've never actually raced a 10K before, so I acquired a 10K PR, so proud of it. Training's going well for early season, so I'm happy with it.
Oh, yeah. What'd you end up running today?
Like 33:20.
33:20?
Yeah.
And what are your goals for the season? What's the end goal for
End goal,
this?
I want to be low 26 in the 8K, maybe break 26, but I suppose my primary goal is just setting myself up well for track, because that's my main focus.
Oh,
Yeah. Shelby, what about you?
It was a good day. I haven't ran a race that long before, so I was a little intimidated and I was feeling a little queasy on the way there, TBH. But it's okay. Like, honestly, my only goal was to get a sweatshirt, because last year Evan ran and he got merch for being top 100, so I was like, okay, I just want merch now. And it worked out. So
what did you end up running? Like 39? 38?
I ran 38.
Like 20.
Yeah.
What's that equivalent to a 10K? Like 39, 20?
It's like 40 flat, I think.
It's 40 flat?
I don't know. Probably not that. Because it was a course. It's probably like 40 flat because the course was a little short. But yeah.
That's still a huge. That's a W day for you, Shelby. Oh, yeah. How about you, Evan? Since you ran it last year.
This is my third time racing it. I ran, like, first time I ran it, I ran like 29:55. Second time I ran it, I ran like 29:45. Today was right around 29 flat on a slightly different course. So that was very good. I finally cracked into the top 10. I've been chasing that for the last couple of years and got my top 100. I'm kind of local. I'm from San Jose. This is in Santa Cruz, so just over the hill. So it's always fun to race here. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, Santa Cruz is like really pretty. That course is like super fun. Like, atmosphere is dope. You got hella jazz playing on the streets. Like, this is a fast course too. Like, it's slightly hilly and it rolls, but like it was a lot of fun. How about you? Yeah.
It was good. It was a good race. This race has been evading me the last 3 times, or 2 times I've signed up. So, third time signing up, finally got to race it. I think this is like my best effort, like in a race over 5K. I think this is like my best effort. Like, like comparing to all of the 10Ks I've ran, I think the fastest I've ran is like in like the 5 teens, maybe like low 5 teens. And so running 5.0s, running 29:45 for this was like pretty big in like my lifetime experience of running. So I'm just, yeah, I was just happy to be healthy. And honestly, I wanted like top 50. I thought that was going to be like a good day. So I ended up getting 16th. And
I think you were higher. I think you ended up being like 15.
no, I went back to 16.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's apparently the chip time. But yeah, for me, it was just fun to like be healthy and to run and to start.
15. They moved you up one.
Back to
Thank
15.
Let's go.
So yeah, that was fun. Top 15.
Nick up to 9.
Oh, dude, I'm in 9th? Hell yeah.
8, 7, 8. Count probably 7, 8, 9, 15.
So
That's a
yeah,
solid
this is
day.
my soft launch into road racing. So
Yeah.
leads to the marathon this December. So it was a fun day.
Yeah. We just had a great day, dude. Like, this is like a breakout for me, I would say. Like, I've definitely struggled over like the past 4 years, anything past like 8K. Like, it's been so in my head. So like being able to come out here and just run fast and not have to worry about anything was really nice. I ended up running like 29:02, which is like for 6 miles, it's like a 4:55 pace. I think that's what it said. So yeah, just being able to not worry and run fast is like a huge step for me. So I'm stoked and I'm looking forward to more racing. So I'm hyped. So let's just, yeah, dude. So yeah, that's kind of a recap of Wharf to Wharf.
Highly recommend the race.
Dude, anybody that's a running enthusiast, go and sign up.
On the
dude.
West Coast.
On the
If
West
you're
Coast.
If you're within like a 10-hour drive,
Yeah.
pull up.
Yeah, 10-hour drive or minimum, definitely got to pull up. Like, they donate a lot of money to athletics here too.
Yeah,
So
they
like
give a lot of big scholarships to a lot of like local athletes. They have a couple, like I know one kid who's NXN qualifier, things like that, very good runner in the area, and he got a big scholarship from them for
Oh hell yeah.
like college and stuff like that. So
cool.
they give back to the community a lot here. So
Good for the sport.
That's super good. Even Galen Rupp pulls up.
yeah,
The 4-time Olympian pulls up, which is crazy.
I've seen a lot of good Olympians. I've seen like Ben Blankenship has run here previous years. Like Diego Estrada's a pro who is locals from Salinas here. He's won it here. Like guys like that come back and support. So it's always a really cool race.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna jump into our first topic for today. Me and Christian kind of were talking about this earlier, but like coaching movement, I think is lacking overall. I think like coaching running like at a high level.
Yeah.
How to run.
Yeah.
How to run,
we're-
pretty
we're-
much.
Dynamics.
Running dynamics.
The phrasing was crazy.
Yeah,
like
I didn't even
talking
know what I
about
was saying,
like
dude.
it's weird because like growing up playing like a lot of other sports, it's like if you play basketball or soccer or baseball, like you do shooting drills, you do.
You learn how to swing a baseball
Yeah,
bat.
you do
learn how to
hitting
throw
drills,
something
you do
right.
layup drills.
Stand there and juggle
like-
for an hour.
Yeah, they'll make you do stuff like that. I remember like when playing basketball, there was like we had this thing where we were under the basket and we had to make like 100 shots on both sides, and
Yeah.
it's like there's so much time and effort put into like the technique, and then I feel like in any other like track and field event, there's so much emphasis on the technique, but with the running, like they're just like go run,
Yeah.
and I feel like at least in our experience, like you were saying, like we didn't do like hardly anything to actually focus on the technique of
I think this is
running.
where you should put in clips of us, like, are all of our bad running
Yeah.
form.
Aw.
Like,
For example.
to show me and Nick finishing the race today,
Oh
and
my
you'll
God,
see
dude.
how bad it is.
How are we running 4:55?
Like, it looks so bad, and we look
Yeah.
so slow running. But
Yeah.
I think we're both reading this book called The Lost Art of Running right now, and it's like talking all about like the science and like human movement and like what makes it efficient and how like running should be, and like it makes like so much sense. And we're reading this now and we're like, why didn't we know this like 10 years ago? And
Yeah.
it seems like kind of weird that like at like one of the highest levels that like this sport has to offer, like that's like a lacking element in like the coaching and in the training.
Yeah. I wonder why that's like not like more focused. You know?
We see it in sprinting. They'll set up like little hurdles, and they'll have the sprinters like run over the hurdles. They'll have the sprinters do high knees, sprint up hills. But you don't see it in distance running.
Yeah.
you see it sometimes in distance running. I know.
Like Nico.
Okay,
Young.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nico Young
he was doing
What is
posts
it
a lot
called?
of it. The little wickets.
Wickets.
Mhm.
But I think it's something that should be kind of incorporated more often in, high school programs, younger programs,
Middle
and
school
even
programs,
college
yeah.
programs
Even
too.
college programs,
Because I went into college as a very poor runner as far as like form and stuff goes, and I'm still, I graduated as a very poor runner form wise. So it's probably something that, everyone should be working on at least a little bit or more than what they've been working on currently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it just feels kind of like, just feels like lazy coaching almost. It's like, how are you not like coaching the technique of the sport if you're like getting paid to do this?
Yeah.
And then I think the unfortunate thing is like, if you do the wrong thing for so many years, like it's so hard to reverse that. Like,
I got some shitty form, dude.
Yeah.
And like, I've been trying to fix it for over like the past couple years, and like it's just so hard. Like, and I keep like I got hurt because of it. It's like I didn't really have anyone teaching me it, so I figured like I would just learn and try to do it myself. And I feel like I just didn't strengthen enough, and as a result, I got hurt. So it's just like we gotta do something about this, bro. I mean, I'll be a coach in the near future.
Yeah.
Shout out Diamond Ranch High School. Hey, 2025 California state champions cross country.
Maybe,
We'll
maybe in a
see.
couple
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people say that your body will naturally find the form that works best for itself, but arguably there's like a scientifically, most efficient
There is.
form.
Yeah.
So, like, where do you draw the line between letting your body decide what's best for you and then letting science decide what's best for you?
yeah, that's
I
kind of, I
think it's
heard
like the
that.
balance.
I feel
Yeah.
like I heard that phrase like at some point, and then I kind of was just like, yeah, that makes sense. And like I pronate super bad, and I have some issues, and like I just was like, like my body's gonna like acclimate to that. But then like the book I'm reading now is like saying that's basically wrong. So I'm like, oh, All right, I guess that's not right.
Yeah,
And
I mean, Joshua Trump, guy's like the world record holder, and he lands like this, dude.
that's true.
Yeah, some of those elite marathoners
Yeah.
like way on the outside.
Yeah,
They're on the
land
edge of
like
their
this,
shoe.
Laps in, yeah.
They're landing on the top of their foot.
Yeah.
They're pinky helmet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's interesting. What do you think, Shelby?
It definitely is like a little bit silly. Like when my sister was in high school, she would run with her arms like super low, and she would kind of run like side to side instead of forward, and it worked out for her like super well. But then I tried to run like that, and I was like, wait, actually I look really silly, and this is not efficient for me. Like I feel like it didn't really get better until I saw a video of myself running in high school, and I was like, what the heck is that? That's terrible.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of would think about it a lot when I ran in college or run in college. And I think it got better, maybe. But even at Cal Poly, when we would practice like A skips and B skips, we kind of stopped doing it because our coaches were like, okay, it's just not happening. They can't do it right. We're going to give up on it.
I don't know why they give up on it.
I just feel like from a coaching perspective and like just from like a runner's perspective, like the run takes so much time in the training already.
Yeah.
And it's always so hard to do the extra things. Like it's like you do an hour run, hour and a half run. It's already hard enough to like do your core or do your stretching or do your weights. So I feel like this is just like another thing on the long list of things like you don't really want to have to do in a day to like get better. Like as much as you might want to, just like the time of it.
And the running, the hour a day takes so much time, but it also is like the most important thing. And all these are just the little 0.5%, the 1% that make you better, but you add up 4, 5, 6 different things that make you better. And it's gonna end up, paying off dividends. But you got to add in those little things, little details.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting because, like, if you look at a lot of Japanese training, a lot of it's, like, plyo-based, movement-based. Like, they will do an hour warm-up before they go on their run. Like, I do think part of it's just, like, lazy coaching. Yeah. Personally, I don't like the double standard, bro. They'd be like, oh, you're not working hard enough, you're lazy. But, like, they also will, like, stray away when it's time to do the boring stuff, too.
The Japanese coaching styles, it's apparent in a lot of other sports, whether it be like baseball or anything, they go crazy. Yeah. Like you see some of the stuff they do for like baseball and stuff like that, they're going having crazy practices and like those other sports
the
too.
Stuff those like in like the Kenyan running too, and like the African running. Like if you go to those places where they're doing like because I've read some other books like that when they talk about like going to these like training camps and they're doing like crazy like skips and runs around like the forest like for like 30 minutes before their like actual run. Or
you go and you see the videos where they're doing like not necessarily
Zumba, bro.
Yeah, they're doing Zumba and some dancing and stuff like that too. I know Coach at Cal Poly West was saying if you can dance, it'll help you a lot better for like hurdling and stuff like that. He was telling me and my fellow steepler Razo about this, but like it does have some merit too, because being able to dance, being able to have some rhythm and stuff like that definitely helps, because running is very rhythm based.
Yeah.
So.
Like if you take like basketball, for example, you can sit there for 8 hours in a day, shoot free throws. It's not really going to take a toll on your body. You can get away with that. But you can't just run 8 hours a day, You need time to recover. So, like, what's the equivalent of just sitting there and grinding running? And that could be working on your form, but that's not popular. But you could be, working on your mechanics, working on your stabilizing muscles. That's like an area still to be explored.
Yeah.
I feel more in like youth running.
Youth running especially.
Yeah.
I think that's if there's one wish I have to see like in running as a sport, is to like repopularize or just to popularize movement.
Yeah.
Like it would be cool just to see more emphasis on that, like in all levels of running, because I think that's such like a core issue, like not even just for running but like for probably like Western society in general, with like how like sedentary we are, and like how much we don't move, and like whether it's like sitting in school all day or sitting at the office all day, like or just coming home and sitting and watching TV all day. Like so much of our lifestyle is based around just sitting and not moving. So I think just more emphasis in like movement in youth sport all the way up to like elite would be
Go
cool.
for a walk.
Cool to see.
Go dance with your friends.
Yeah.
Go move. It
move.
helps a
We should
lot.
have done a walking podcast.
Yeah,
Oh my
what are we
God.
doing? We're here sitting talking about movement.
Yeah, why are we
Hey,
talking?
hey, we ran this morning.
We
and then
walked, like,
we
2
walked a mile and a half,
miles,
2
like-
miles all the way to the end of the pier. So.
Yeah, we went. We moved, stretched our legs out. We had the boardwalk. You know, we walked the wharf at
Yeah.
in Santa Cruz, and it was very nice. And there's a lot of people out there walking and stuff like that, which is good for them. But they should be
Yeah.
more normalized. This is
You know, I agree.
ban cars. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish. I wish like more of the U.S. was more like walkable friendly.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so big.
It's too
Yeah.
big,
Get
dude.
away from it.
It's too big. Even like the highly populated cities, it's just like huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make walkable neighborhoods. I like how we're just went from running stuff to like urban planning stuff.
Yeah, this is the plan for.
I mean, dude. Nah, this is all like this is planned from the U.S., bro. They want us to sit. They want us to.
They want us to not be fast runners.
They,
That's the-
they
that's-
want us to
that's-
be unhealthy. That way.
Kenyan lobbyists.
That way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Healthcare, dude. Healthcare is definitely like. I don't know.
Where are we going with this?
all one big conspiracy.
Healthcare is preventing
All right.
walkable housing. Dude, can we shout out Shelby for being the first woman on the pod?
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What have you been doing, bro?
broke the gender barrier
Took
on the
you like took you like
podcast.
6, 7 podcasts to get a woman
Six,
on the pod.
seven.
Married one episode at a time.
We could have one more, but she didn't want to come out. So
It's okay.
It's okay,
she would have been a good one to have on because she would have brought the more amateur hobby level kind of coming in.
Perspective.
Respectfully, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
she's making us dinner, so we can't complain.
Yes.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's
Respect.
Yeah.
Shout out Andy. Shout out my sister.
Yeah. I'm kind of like blanking on other topics to talk about.
When I first heard you guys say running as a movement, I thought you meant as like a global or like a national
Like a
movement.
social movement.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
Get
I
people
think
out
so.
of their houses and onto the streets, onto the trails, running together with community.
I gotta say,
mean-
running's been doing that a while. The
Yeah.
Run Club is very popular. You see it on TikTok and Instagram and social media and YouTube, as we're on YouTube right now. But
Yeah.
it's been growing in popularity, especially in the U.S. and it's gonna be paying off dividends because everyone's getting fast now.
Yeah.
It's not as niche anymore. Everyone's fast now. So
Yeah. Yeah. I another topic, and then we'll call it. Why are high schoolers just running so fast?
Oh yeah.
it's popular and training's better. There's two things. You get more
Do
kids
you-
running.
How much of it's technology though?
I don't think it's necessarily technology. I think it's more of a numbers game, because like technology's always been improving. It's way better what it was 20 years ago. It's way better what it was 10 years ago. But 20 years ago is way better than what it was 40 years ago. And like technology is going to continue to improve. And so, but it's more popular now. Less kids are going to be playing football. Less kids are going to be playing soccer, basketball, or they go and they play those things and then go and find out they're good at running. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
becoming more of a social movement. It's becoming more popular, and more people are going to do it.
I wonder if it's like actually more popular, or like if it's just because the population's bigger. Like I wonder what the ratio is
Yeah.
of sports. I
I
don't
know. I'm not sure if it's number one or number two, but track is one of the most popular sports in all of high school.
Yeah.
Like
Really?
there's
Yeah, there's
over a
always, like,
million. There's
hundreds.
over a million kids, I think, in the United States running track or something like
I-
that. Something crazy. So it's when you have that big of a number and it's big in other countries too, you're gonna have a lot of kids running really fast because more kids are out there doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like football, soccer, basketball, these are all like fall and winter sports. But come spring, what else are you gonna do other than track? So you take all these athletes that are, excelling at other sports, put them in track, and then they realize, oh shoot, maybe this is my sport.
And
they
you look
stick
and
to
see
it.
who the best athletes are. Look at a Tyreek Hill, one of the best football players out there, NFL player, and he was an amazing high school track athlete. Or you look at a lot of the best guys come out of college, run track in college, or they do other sports and things like that. Track speed equates to whatever sport you're playing: basketball speed, football speed, things like that. It's super beneficial for everything. Or if you're a lineman, you throw, things like that.
Yeah.
I think track's nice too because it's like there's no restriction on like who can do it. Like every other sport like has a cutoff of like minimum capability. Like if you can't dribble a basketball,
Exactly.
you're not making the freshman team probably.
Yeah.
Like if you can't hit a baseball, you're not making the freshman team. But it's like with running, it's like even if you're running like a 20-minute mile, there's still a spot for you on the team.
And
there's
that's the best thing about running. It's for everyone. It's human in nature. So
We were built
shout
to
out
run.
shout out
Yeah.
running.
Do you, back to the question of like why people are so fast, do you think there's like a significant amount of high school doping in
No.
the sport, and that could be a reason why we're seeing faster times?
I don't think it's doping. I don't think it, like maybe a few programs across the nation, but like all these kids are really young kids, and it's not as serious as what as high level pro levels are. I think there's doping in pro levels because there's been doping in pro levels for years now, but high schoolers, I don't think the pressure is on them to dope, and because the pressure is a lot lower, they're not doing it. There's
Yeah.
probably some high school kids who dope, but
would
I don't think
say
it's a lot.
now that like NIL and other sponsorship deals are, bleeding into high school, there could be more pressure to dope because
That's what I'm thinking,
your
yeah.
success is more comparative or more correlated to financial success.
Yeah.
So that could be a dangerous thing for the sport, like pushing these kids to do anything they can to succeed in order to get that brand deal or get that prize money.
Especially when college rosters are
Yeah.
getting smaller
Yeah.
and smaller, or more heavily competitive with, outside of American colleges having a lot of more outside of American athletes coming in.
Yeah.
So
My hot take is there's more doping.
I also think so.
Because like I think to your point, like that's probably a huge reason. Because it's like as like D1's shifting more towards like a pro-ish type league, right? Where like there's real money, there's real significance, and so it's like if you're a decent runner or a pretty good runner at like a decent program, like either from unfortunately like potentially coaches or from yourself or from family, like there could be pressure to like be the best you could be to like go that route. And then I also think like even outside of like the sport, I think it's like, I don't know if it's like if you guys experienced this, but like I feel like a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I feel like I knew of people who took steroids in high school. Like
Yeah.
football players, wrestlers, like people who were at the gym because like it made them look better, it made them perform better. So it's like I don't really see why that wouldn't apply to running as well. Like if there were things,
Yeah.
and maybe it's not like as extreme as like a drug as steroids, but like I feel like there could be stuff like if you're a high school runner, you're 15, 16 years old.
You're like naive.
You're,
bro.
yeah, you're going through like you're finding yourself, you're trying to like fit in, you're trying to find your identity, and there's something that could like make you faster, make you better, make you more appealing to others. Like I like don't see why a lot of people wouldn't potentially like
and it's
dabble.
not regulated at all.
It's not right.
Yeah, it's no
They don't care, bro.
regulation.
They run fast. They're like,
Like
"Yo,
are they
yippee."
like I wonder like there's probably not even talks about it like
I think
in
it's
the
like so
programs,
sensitive. Like I
like-
don't think like anyone's willing to talk about it
It's taboo.
as a possibility.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe my YouTube video will get flagged after this.
I was gonna say like probably nutrition, which sounds like so basic, but when I was in high school, I just like didn't know that like, oh, maybe my iron is low, or oh, I'm not eating enough, and I just had no idea about that, or like strength training. But then when I got to college, I was like, wait, actually, this is really important, and that's why I got injured like every single season. And now the girls at my high school, they're like going sub 5, they're like taking gel. I know, it's crazy. They're like doing gels on their long runs, they're doing strength training, and before they do the strength training, the coach is like, if you guys didn't eat before you came here, like you're not gonna strength train because it's just not.
You came from
Yeah, good coach.
a really big successful program, high school program as well.
That's true.
So that shows you even on those.
Yeah, even
really,
at the really successful level, like you didn't know that in your time there, and that's a shift they've made since you've been gone.
Yeah, because it was just mostly focused on like time on your feet and that kind of thing, but not really all of the extra things that you need to be educated about, especially for like women's health in sports, like iron and getting your blood tested as much as you can, and eating the right things and paying attention to what phase of your cycle you're in, like definitely made a huge difference. So that could also be a factor.
I think nutrition's been huge over the last 5 years. Nutrition's been huge over the last 5 years.
There's been a lot of research.
Along with like how shoe technology and everything's changed, I think nutrition's gotten so much better. You were talking about how you got a lot of stuff from the feed, but you see it in all the distance sports, from triathlon, swimming, cycling, stuff like that, nutrition's gotten so much better, and like no one's like, oh yeah, you just go out and run, and everyone's like, oh, you got to be eating, you're taking gels through it, you're keeping your glycogen levels up and things like that. I think that's also has a big thing to do with why people are getting so fast now. But
yeah, not high school related, but like they used to not take anything for marathons.
yeah,
Like, up until like a few decades ago.
yeah.
Like even like in the 90s, were they even taking stuff really? Like maybe.
I know Wes was, ran a marathon. He said he didn't take
And that was
anything
the
for
90s,
it.
right?
I think that was in during the 90s.
Yeah, so it's like
Raw
crazy.
dogging a
They're
marathon,
running 2-3 hour runs with nothing. Like
Yeah.
so, that's definitely probably a factor.
Maybe.
I can't even imagine 2 or 3 hours like sitting down eating nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, I think as long as the shoe revolution has also been the nutrition revolution, and it's a big market, it's a big money maker now, and like don't get scammed by everything. You can do a lot of stuff and make a lot of stuff on your own, but having a nice gel is very convenient.
Yeah. At a high level.
It's the bicarb.
Is
Oh, the sodium bicarb.
Yeah.
Not the bicarb.
I don't know if this is a discussion for a different pod, but like, at what can supplements and nutrition is becoming so much more popular these days. Can you still be successful without like nutrition maxing supplement? Like, do you have to take your multivitamins, your creatine, your beet juice, your sodium bicarb to be competitive, or can you take a more laid back approach and still be successful?
I think it's definitely guys who do both who are successful with a more laid back approach, but also every little supplement possible. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's tough.
I feel like in general, like you have to even the playing field. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say you couldn't be successful without it, but for me, like, I feel like one of the biggest things, it's like injury prevention's been a huge thing of like nutrition and supplements, and like just having good energy and like dealing with fatigue and like muscle recovery. So it's like that then allows you to train more and more consistently, which then is going to lead to like being more competitive. But and then if everyone else, if 99 or 90% of people are doing it, then like I feel like by not doing it, you just, even if you could, like why wouldn't you also then do the stuff to like give yourself more of an advantage? Because there's like the science to it.
Yeah, I feel like the more like I learn about the sport and learning about myself, it's just like I feel like you get the most growth like just being healthy.
Yeah.
So it's like, how do you just keep staying healthy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Beet
it's
juice.
L-carnitine,
cherry juice.
cherry
Yes,
juice,
sir.
creatine, like it's just stuff like that. It's just like, because it's like you either get 1% better or 1% worse, and it's like if you keep getting worse, eventually you get hurt. But if you're getting 1% better every day because you're recovering just a little bit more, then eventually that 1% is gonna be like this much different.
and doing taking your nutrition seriously it is a drug for you, because like people dope. You go and you dope so you continue training harder and harder and harder. If you can go and continue to take care of your nutrition, take care of your iron well, things like that, you can train a lot harder than what you were beforehand, and keep you from being injured and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
But
it's all about double threshold though. That's the only reason why we're fast now.
Bicarbonate double threshold.
Yes, sir.
Even super shoes.
Yes,
If it wasn't for that, we
wait,
all.
wait, I just want to ask you guys a question. How many of you guys like? How many of you guys like drank in high school or like smoked in high school or something? I know you did.
Fern?
For
Cut this part.
But like thinking, going back to like the high schools and doping, like drinking and smoking is done everywhere in high school.
Yeah.
Reverse doping, man.
Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
like what's the difference between drinking and like doping? Like I think it falls into the same category.
Nah, it definitely doesn't.
Like it's like, all right, like this is illegal, but I'm still doing it because it's gonna have a good time.
Well,
so it's like
I think it's like the health risks. Like even for me, when I was like a delinquent and being stupid, when I was like a young age, I'm not going to specify.
Yeah.
Like I knew like okay, yeah, drinking, smoking, whatever. Like that's not good for me. But like I kind of knew the risks and like knew like what potentially could go wrong. Whereas like with like some of the extreme doping drugs, like the risks of that are far greater. So I think even as dumb as I was for doing a lot of stuff I was doing, like I wouldn't have doped because like health and like the ethical
And I feel
risks.
like access to those drugs are a lot harder for a high school level versus
Than
like, the
alcohol.
actual access to
honestly,
alcohol.
access.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had the access, maybe I would have been dumb enough to do it. I don't know.
I don't know. EPO's on Amazon though. They got the large
2-day
jars.
The 2-day delivery.
The 2-day delivery. If you want EPO, go to Amazon, bro. What?
Yeah, no. Recently, I had a friend come up to me and tell me that I was the ideal candidate for SARMs. He wanted to
What?
run an experiment on me and my twin brother where I take SARMs and he doesn't. 2 years later, we see who's faster.
Oh, bruh.
I respectfully declined, but I did research it. I did, look at the benefits and the downsides, and, was curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out SARMs. What is SARMs?
Shout out Barry Bond.
Selective androgen receptor modulators. So
I
it
had a
has-
lot of friends on SARMs in high
Yeah,
school.
okay.
and stuff.
See?
Huh?
It has, it has a lot of the positive effects of steroids, but because of that the selective, it only targets certain areas. So you're not going to get a deeper voice, a bigger Adam's apple. You're not going to be hairy. You're not going
Your
to
balls
have,
aren't gonna shrink.
Yeah, you're not going to have as much mood changes.
Wait, why
So-
does everyone do this?
Which
Well,
one? Which
it
one
is-
makes your nipples like lactate? I knew people who had that issue after
I
taking
don't know about that.
drugs.
No way, bro. I
Yeah.
had like a dude in high